Fantastic. So great to see so many shiny, happy faces. Morning, everyone. I'm Tiffany Bohe, president of Mercy Housing California. Before we get started, I want to owe a great debt of gratitude to our musical entertainment, Dave Ricketts. We enjoyed that music this morning. Thank you so much for helping us kick off today's celebration. We appreciate you. On behalf of our partners at Artist Hub on Market, the city, our philanthropic supporters, and the many, many community leaders and partners who helped make this day possible, welcome. It's truly an honor to be with you all here today to celebrate the groundbreaking of the Artist Hub on Market. We're going to use our imaginations because Build Group are incredible contractors. They're here, they're hard at work. Well, other folks are hard at work on the site just a few blocks away. This project represents a significant investment in San Francisco's creative community. It will provide local artists with affordable homes, dedicated art spaces, and access to services that help them remain rooted in a city where they live and work. Yes, thank you. At Mercy Housing, we believe homes, affordable homes, are essential to strong communities. We also know that artists and cultural workers help define the character of this very city that we love. They create places where people gather, tell stories of our communities, and shape the identity of our neighborhoods. In recent years, we know all too well, many artists have faced increasing challenges finding housing that they can afford in this city. As costs have risen, too many talented individuals have been forced to leave the communities where they live and work. However, Artist Hub on Market was designed to address that very challenge. Today, we celebrate not only the start of construction, but the years of work, persistence, and partnership that brought us to this moment. This project began with a bold question. How do we ensure artists can contribute and continue to live and create in our city, in San Francisco? That very question inspired Randall Klein, our partner and the founder of Artist Hub on Market, to envision something truly transformative. A community where artists could afford to live, create, collaborate, and perform without leaving the city that inspires their work. Mercy Housing joined this incredible effort first as an affordable housing advisor and then as development partner in 2023. And together, we've created a permanently affordable model that integrates affordable housing, arts programming, ensuring both remain at the heart of this community long into its future. Our partner, Artist Hub on Market, will operate the arts, the performance, the community spaces above, and Mercy Housing will steward the residential community. In an innovative approach that permanently connects housing and culture through the project's design, stewardship, and mission. And today, we take a major step as we move forward from visioning, planning, to actual building. Dirt, I assure, is turning. When finished, Artist Hub on Market will stand as a new model for artist housing in this city, one that combines affordable homes, cultural infrastructure, artist-centered resident selection, and long-term stewardship within a single community. The community will provide 94 permanently affordable homes for artists, arts workers, arts administrators, their families, with on-site resident services, along with rehearsal space, practice studios, a black box theater, arts programming, and community amenities designed to support both artistic work and everyday life. Designed by SCB Architects and Mark Cavagnero Associates, the building will serve as an incredible anchor right at the corner of Market and Gough Streets. And we couldn't have imagined a more fitting location It's located just a few blocks from here at the crossroads of Hayes Valley, Civic Center, and the Mission, as well as the Castro. The Artist Hub on Market will really sit at the center of San Francisco's cultural ecosystem. But what truly distinguishes this development is that every element, from its design to the resident outreach, was created with artists in mind. Working with the incredible San Francisco Arts Commission, Matthew Godot, Eben, their deputy director, they're all here today. Thank you. And thank you so much to the leadership of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, President Raphael Mendelman, who could not join us today, but this development, with his leadership and foresight, will be the first to use San Francisco's new artist housing certification program, helping ensure these homes are truly accessible to the artists and arts workers that the community was built to serve. Together, these innovations, the city administered Artist Housing Certification Program, alongside this unique partnership model with service-enriched affordable housing with integrated cultural space, have created something unlike anything other in San Francisco, a permanent investment in the creative workforce whose talent and contributions help define this city. This project reflects the incredible persistence and collaboration of so many organizations and individuals, and we're grateful to everyone who helped bring us to this very moment. Now, I'm honored to introduce our incredible partner, Randall Klein, whose ideas, whose vision set this project in motion, and whose commitment to San Francisco's artists has never wavered. Many of us know Randall as the founder of SF Jazz, where he helped build one of the world's premier cultural institutions. Today, as founder of Artist Hub on Market, he is helping create a permanent home for artists, arts organizations, and future generations of creative workers right here in the city that we love. We're so grateful for your leadership, expertise, and dedicated partnership. Please join me in a warm welcome for Randall Klein.
Tough act to follow. Thank you, Tiffany, as I just said to her. She's a tough act to follow. She covered eloquently everything here on this project, and there we go. You know, this idea really came from a partnership of a lot of people and a lot of generosity from a lot of people. You know, firstly, just want to thank, there was an anonymous donor who contributed $100 million to make this project a reality. Nothing. You know, it's just an extraordinary, extraordinary gift to the city at a very, as you heard, very needed time. You know, I'll let me spend a few minutes on why the project matters. You've heard about the building and what it's going to be. But for more than 4 decades, I've had the privilege of working with artists across San Francisco and the Bay Area in rehearsal rooms, backstage, on classrooms and clubs and stages. Also 10 years prior to that as an aspiring artist, someone who probably would have applied to live in this building. And it's been just a blessing to help build the creative life of the city. I feel so grateful to the city of San Francisco. I just want to say that artists aren't an amenity. They're a critical part of the civic and cultural foundation of any city. They create community by sparking life into our neighborhoods and by bringing strangers into shared experiences. There's nothing like sitting in a theater with those strangers, and experience is something that can move you. They give San Francisco its voice, its spirit, its soul. But I've also watched too many artists leave because the cost of staying here has become impossible. And when an artist leaves, we lose more than just another San Franciscan. We lose a collaborator, a teacher, a neighbor, an advocate. We lose someone who keeps the city vibrant. and unique, as San Francisco is, as we all know. That experience has led me to look at artist-first communities in New York, Boston, Los Angeles, all around the country about how something like this could happen. And one of the seeds for the idea happened from my work with other organizations that do this, housing. The well-worn tale is the very first artist I booked prior to SF Jazz was someone who lived at Manhattan Plaza, one of the most famous buildings of its kind and one of the inspirations for this project. And as I worked at SF, I understood how difficult it was for people, and we depended on musicians to live here. So the key ingredient was finding it more difficult to be in this wonderful city. That experience has led me to this, to build affordable housing based on these models, and those models became transformational for many of the cities that they happened in. We were inspired by the central idea that the heart of each of those projects asked ourselves what it should look like here in San Francisco. And the answer became Artist Hub on Market, affordable housing for our city's artists with places to rehearse, perform, share work, and build community. Before going further, I want to acknowledge, everyone who has contributed to this. I mean, it's just really been an extraordinary group. It's a quote from Abraham Lincoln that says something like this. I've been blessed that the Almighty is not shy to let me know when something should be pursued or not pursued. In this case, whoever, really led me to everyone who's been so generous in trying to make this a reality and understanding what it is. Anyways, as you heard, private generosity made it initially possible. Working with Mercy Housing made it further possible. The city's willingness to lead an artist certification process gives San Francisco a practical way to ensure these affordable homes reach the people they were designed to serve, not only for this project, but future products to come, we all hope. So once active, we will connect with working artists through housing through a public process. Without it, Artist Hub on Market is only an intention, but it is this project, and with it, this project can function as designed. I'm deeply grateful to Board President Mandelman for championing the legislation that made this work with the Arts Commission happen and turning into a program that will benefit future projects, as I said. Finally, Artist Hub on Market reached this milestone. We're going up, which is kind of amazing, because the city showed up at every level. The planning department early on in the process, through 3 planning department directors actually guiding this project, through legislation that made this project be as robust as it is. And the Arts Commission helped ensure that the mission reaches the right people. Leaders of City Hall, we thank for recognizing and supporting San Francisco's artists as key to supporting the city itself. That support reaffirms that San Francisco is more than just one of the country's most culturally vibrant places. It is a city that is willing to support the people that make it so, at a moment when many artists are asking whether there still is a place for them to be here. So, because of that support, Artist Hub on Market lets us answer with a resounding yes. Again, we're going up, and that civic commitment is present today. It's my honor to introduce Mayor Daniel Lurie, who's been very vocal about how important the arts will play in the rebuilding of San Francisco. And it's just moving to me to have him here to be able to deliver this project. We're not quite there yet. We're going to need everyone's help in this room and beyond to make this project a success. But I really personally want to thank Mayor Lurie. So please welcome and join me in welcoming Mayor Daniel Lurie.
Randall, I was at the opening of the SF Jazz building. You know how to get things done. And it is an honor to be on stage with you, and congratulations to you and your persistence. The city is better because of your leadership, so we all deeply appreciate you. I've heard the same story from artists across the city. whether at galleries in the Mission or studios at the Hunters Point Naval Shipyard, the message has been consistent in my first 18 months. San Francisco is unaffordable for the artists who call it home. Our city is stronger and more creative when the people who fuel our arts and culture are able to live in the city in which they work. With this groundbreaking building at 1687 Market Street, we're sending a clear message to our arts community: you have a future in San Francisco. Thanks to a $100 million gift from an anonymous donor and tax-exempt bonds shepherded by the Mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development, Artist Hub on Market and Mercy Housing will be able to provide 94 units of 100% affordable housing for artists, art workers, art administrators, entertainment workers, and their families. In addition to housing, the lower 3 floors will include rehearsal and practice rooms, a black box theater, and services supporting the arts. Residents, as has been talked about, will be certified through a new artist housing certification program run by the Arts Commission, ensuring these homes go to active, creative workers. This program is designed to be replicated, so more homes like this can be built across the city in the future. We all know this, but San Francisco needs to build housing at all income levels, including affordable housing. Since taking office, we have been working hard to make that possible. Last year, in partnership with the supervisors, Raphael Mandelman and Matt Dorsey, we passed the family zoning plan to make room for more housing near transit and our commercial corridors. We expanded the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, which the Board of Supervisors unanimously approved for the November ballot. And just last week, I signed legislation that updated our inclusionary housing requirements that will unlock construction by reducing requirements and cutting fees, and that was a vote of 9-2 at the Board of Supervisors. And through Permit SF, we are cutting red tape and speeding up permitting so projects can get built faster. As Randall said, artists bring life to our streets, to our neighborhoods. They fill our small businesses with art, and they entertain us on stage. If we want to continue fostering the arts in our city, we must make room for the next generation of artists to live, work, and create here in this city. And this building is proof that we can do that. This project would not have been possible without the generosity of that donor who wanted to build housing for artists to live in San Francisco. And I want to also once again shout out Supervisor Matt Dorsey and Board President Raphael Mandelman for their incredible work to make this project a reality. This is San Francisco's first affordable housing project for artists ever, and your leadership made it possible. Thank you to everybody on stage, everybody in this room for making this happen. Thank you to the Artist Hub on Market and Mercy Housing. I'm excited for all the artists and families who will soon call this building just a block away from here home. Thank you.
Okay, it's now my pleasure to introduce yet another formidable politician here, someone who's had a great influence on housing and trying to reshape housing in the Bay, in all of California, excuse me, not just San Francisco, a tireless advocate for housing. Some of the legislation that made this project possible were through the good work of Senator Wiener. So please give a warm, warm welcome to Senator Scott Wiener. Thank you.
Thank you, Randall. And if the beauty of SF Jazz is any indication, this project is just going to be spectacular. So thank you for your work, and thank you to Mercy Housing for continuing to deliver affordable housing for San Franciscans. You know, it's really fitting that this celebration is happening here in our LGBTQ community center. I still remember 25 years ago when we were building this community center, when it was under construction and we were planning for it and getting it done. We envisioned this whole area becoming a hub. This area that's sort of in between a bunch of neighborhoods, becoming more and more vibrant and a more and more important part of San Francisco. And here we are 25 years later. It's been a little bit slow moving, but we are seeing great progress in this neighborhood. In addition to the center, we have San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus International Music Center right around the corner on Valencia Street. We have Open House. Thank you again to Mercy Housing for incredible affordable housing just a half a block from here, and including housing for LGBTQ seniors. And Mercy and Open House are doing another project focusing on LGBTQ seniors right up the street on Buchanan. So we are seeing more and more vibrancy in this neighborhood, more great work happening to strengthen this community in all respects, and it is very, very exciting. And it is absolutely true that San Francisco would not be San Francisco without artists, without our arts community. This is a city that has always been on the cutting edge of creation and innovation and thinking outside the box. And they say that we're weird and they laugh at us, and then 5 years later they're doing what we do here in San Francisco. And artists and performers are part of that. It makes our city what it is, that level of creativity. And it is always inspiring to me that despite the fact that San Francisco does not make it easy to be an artist here, the cost of housing is through the roof. It's hard to just get space to make art or to perform. The city does not make it easy. And despite everything, with all the booms and the busts and the roller coaster that is San Francisco, the artists are still here, persevering, making our city amazing, making art, making music, and that inspires me, and I am grateful. Let's hear it for all of our artists for persevering and for being here. And we know that, as the mayor said, we are so much good is happening in San Francisco, and I'm so excited and optimistic for the future of this city. But the city is not affordable like it needs to be, and housing is at the heart of that. And we will not make life affordable unless we make housing affordable for people. And that means building every single kind of housing, all of it, and not pitting different kinds of housing against each other. It is an all of the above approach. We need more housing. And we need more affordable housing for folks who are lower income, working class, artists, folks who are not wealthy. We want everyone to be able to have a place in San Francisco. San Francisco is a city for everyone. And we have worked very, very hard at the state level to do our part in providing funding for affordable housing in San Francisco, but also to just make it easier to get it built. And I'm really proud that this project for artists, both housing and space to be able to make art, relied on the very first law that I passed in my first year in the Senate, Senate Bill 35, that took San Francisco from being by far the longest permit timeline in California. Of the 500 cities, San Francisco wasn't just number one in terms of the longest permit timeline for housing, it was twice as long as number two. And because of this law, we took it from being the slowest, the longest timeline, to being one of the fastest to get your permits in months, not years, so that we can get artists housing much more quickly, so that we can get people into housing, not in 5 or 10 years, but in months. And so, again, thank you to everyone who made this project possible. Go housing, go artists, and let's get it done. Thank you.
Okay, speaking of artists, we're going to close the program with a hearing from an artist. I also want to just recognize Dave Ricketts once again, who is a resident of the neighborhood here. He's been in this neighborhood almost 30 years. So he's an artist who's found a way to sort of be here. I've had the great pleasure of working with Dave for many, many years at SF Jazz and stumbling on him in the neighborhood, always in doing rehearsing in front of the Blue Bottle on Linden Alley or whatever. Anyways, he's really an exemplar of the sort of person we want to reach. I'm here to introduce Valerie Sanagath. Valerie is the artistic director of the San Francisco Girls Chorus, one of the great organizations of San Francisco in the world. She is a world-renowned choral director and highly in demand. We are so lucky to have her here. She works in the neighborhood here. The San Francisco Girls Chorus is just a couple of blocks from here, if even that. She's one of those generous people I talked about earlier. She's been on the Arts Advisory Group that's been very helpful in helping shape this project. She's also a member of the Board of Directors of Artists Hub on Market. Please give a hand for Valerie Sanagath.
Thank you for this very lovely introduction. I want to talk about my experience and give you my thoughts as artistic director of the San Francisco Girls Chorus, but also representative also of the artists in this city. Every year, I hire conductors, teaching artists, composers, pianists, and every year I have exactly the same conversation. The voice teacher who can no longer afford the city, the young composer who gave up and leave, the art administrator whose 2-hour commute became impossible. These are not small losses. When an artist leaves this city, for us, a whole classroom of children loses their teacher, their mentor. Every week, I work with hundreds of young people from across the Bay Area, and I collaborate with artist institutions all over the city. And you're right, we have a lot of artists here. We have the symphony, the opera, Philharmonia Baroque, the conservatory. We have Kronos Quartet, Chanticleer, so many amazing and talented artists. I know what happens when artists can stay here. They don't simply perform, they teach, they mentor, they collaborate, and they become part of the fabric of a neighborhood. This building will not be a private building. It is an invitation for creativity, for artists, for young people, and for our entire community. Artists will find the people they will work with for the next 30 years in this same building. It won't be at a conference. It's going to be next to the elevator, at the cafe, and they're just going to create things, just informally, if that's a word. This is how new work is born, not from one discipline alone, but from the collision between them. Artist housing is not only an investment in artists, it's an investment in education and in public life of the city. I will be honest about the part that excites me the most. It is the children, actually. The children, the young people. A building full of artists a few blocks away from our schools. A theater, rehearsal space, young people growing up, being curious, because creativity is simply part of where they live. By taking care of our young people, if you think about it, you have an impact on their parents, on their grandparents, on the neighbors. You build a stronger community, and all of that around one creative project. I want to thank everybody for making this happen, for making it a reality. Still a lot of work to do, but so important. Thank you for your tenacity and for believing so strongly in this project. Thank you all, and thank you especially for all those artists and artistic workers who are in the room. This building will be yours. Thank you very much.
A can't wait for those casual collisions at the Artist Hub on Market to see what all the artists create. Thank you so much, Valerie. In order to bring this development to fruition, to life, we know it requires great tenacity, great persistence, and we have that in incredible financial partners who are willing to embrace the innovation and help bring these bold ideas to life. Bank of America stepped in very early as both our tax credit investor and construction lender to help make this project possible. From this unique air rights ownership structure to artist priority, artist first model, Bank of America really embraced the complexity of this project, knew how important it was to the vitality of our city and our folks, and really helped us design a path to make it possible. Their commitment reflects a deep belief in the power of affordable housing, strong communities, and creative solutions to some of our city's most pressing challenges. We are so grateful for their partnership, their leadership, and confidence in this project from the very beginning. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Joya McCarthy, San Francisco East Bay President of Bank of America, whose leadership and commitment to community investment has made a lasting impact, not just on this project, but throughout the Bay Area. Please join me in welcoming Joya McCarthy.
Good morning, and thank you. I'm going to move this over here. I guess you can't move it.
It's a little firm.
Okay, we're just going to leave it there. Thank you for that kind introduction, and I want to just start by saying thank you, Randall. You reminded me, saying thank you to all of the instigators and the champions that it takes to get a project like this off the ground. So thank you to everybody, and don't ever stop. Just keep us on our toes and keep us thinking about what we can and should be doing. But today is about partnership and progress. Together, we are creating affordable housing and expanding access to the arts in one of our city's most vibrant neighborhoods. I want to recognize first Mercy Housing, national leader in affordable housing, along with the Artist Hub on Market, the City and County of San Francisco, and the Mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development, Century Housing, and so many public and community partners whose collaboration made this all possible. This development will provide, I think you heard 94 units, 100% affordable housing, homes for artists, while also creating dedicated cultural and performing arts spaces that are going to strengthen San Francisco's creative community for generations to come. At Bank of America, we believe that affordable housing is essential to building strong and inclusive communities, and we're so proud to support this particular project with nearly $65 million in financing and equity investment. What makes this project especially meaningful is that it combines housing, community, and opportunity. Residents will have access to supportive services, public transit, employment centers, and a vibrant art ecosystem that helps people live and work and create and thrive. Today's groundbreaking represents more than the start of just construction. It reflects what's possible when nonprofit organizations, public agencies, community leaders, and private capital all come together for a shared vision. I want to congratulate everyone involved in bringing Artist Hub on Market to this important milestone, and we're so proud to be your partner today, and we look forward to celebrating the future of its completion. Thank you so much.
Do the electric slide. Okay, here we go. We're in the home stretch. Thank you so much, Joya. We owe a great debt of gratitude to our incredible hosts here. The executive director is floating around of the LGBT Center. Please, let's give them a warm thank you and gratitude. This is the part of the program where we give thanks and appreciation to folks, so many folks, almost everyone in this room. I do want to acknowledge the Mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development, their stewardship, their leadership. Maria Benjamin is here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. And then I'll just take a little point of order since I'm at the podium to thank the Mercy Housing team, our real estate and development teams, Ramey Dare, Emma Wincoop, Fiona Rudy. My predecessor, I owe a great debt to Doug Shoemaker. Thank you for guiding this project, as well as Joel Roos, the owner's representative for Artist Hub on Market. We had incredible legal eagles who brought this all to life, Joe Rosenblum and Kara Lohmeyer with Mercy Housing, and then, of course, the crack team from Gubbin Barchet, Evan Gross, CJ Higley, Linda Hicks. Thank you, thank you. The long-term stewardship requires property and asset management. John Ryan, Barbara Crane, Dorothea Cyrus Billick, Virginia Allen, Yelena, thank you, the entire team. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our resident services team, Jen Fu, thank you for ensuring what we build will be here rooted in opportunity and support for our future residents. Our incredible philanthropy and communications team, Adam Badwound, Mark Bayless, Nina Nawab Tirani, Jessica Susky, Monica Jang. Thank you for strengthening and amplifying the impact of this work, and certainly our Mercy Housing California Board, your leadership and steadfast belief in partnerships like this in your vision. So many more folks that Randall and I would have to thank, but please do look on the back of your program. There's an incredible QR code. Scan that code to see that full list of collaborators who helped bring us to this milestone today. And certainly, once again, thank you. Most importantly, all of you, thank you for your partnership, your leadership, your commitment to make this community a home for artists and artists workers. We know rehearsals will take place here. I know you're going to do an incredible job, Randall, and Artist Hub on Market. Performances will fill this theater. New work will be created, casual collisions in the hallway. Future generations of artists will know that this is a place for them in our incredible city. That's what we're building together. So thank all of you, and thank you for being part of this historic day. Now, we're just about to wrap, but we're going to take one group photo. So I'd ask to everybody stand up. It's like in class. Stand up, please, and our photographer will take a photo with folks. And our incredible speakers, we're going to pop down. And then that'll be it. Refreshments, joy, commingle. Thank you all.